You know, people are giving us all kinds of advice on how to get through COVID, how to get through all this. Did you hear the commercial, the advanced hair restoration commercial? I mean, advanced hair restoration even did a commercial that said, during this COVID, go with advanced hair restoration. You would be amazed at what a full head of hair will do for your energy. Look, I have never sat on the edge of my bed, exhausted, going, oh, if I only had more hair, maybe I could mow the lawn or something, but I mean, if that's true, my uncle with the real hairy back should be way more active than he is right now. But we come up with all of these ways of fixing it. Let me tell you the way of fixing your situation. Faith. Faith. Look at this. God calls things that are not as though they were. Go down to verse 18. Against all hope, Abraham in hope believed, and so became the father of many nations. Just as it had been said to him, so shall your offspring be. Without weakening in his faith, he faced the fact that his body was as good as dead, since he was about 100 years old, and that Sarah's womb was also dead. Yet he did not waver through unbelief regarding the promises of God, but was strengthened in his faith and gave glory to God, being, verse 21, being fully persuaded that God had power to do what he had promised. You're either going to weaken in your faith or you're going to strengthen your faith during this time. And the solution is not more hair. The solution is faith. The solution is to believe in the promises of God, not even to believe in your own strength, but to be strengthened in him. How have I gotten through 2020? By surrendering. I give up. You know, in these experiences, you learn a lot about yourself. You learn what's important. You learn what's not. You learn attitudes. You learn where your trust is. And I want to tell some of you people here, I believe that God has put visions in your heart. And for some of you, you have now packed them away and said, well, I guess that was it. I guess that's over. And I believe that God has brought me here this morning to tell you, don't stop giving up on your vision. Don't give up on your vision. Endure, persevere. It was through faith that Abraham, he went to Egypt, he came back. He's an old man. He says, well, if God says I can have a kid, I guess I'll have a kid. He believed the one who stated it because the one who stated it is faithful. Listen, you may not be able to see what you wanted to see right now. But if you remember the vision that God has given you, don't give up on that and keep going. Because God has promises in store for you. Listen, God doesn't change. Your circumstances change. What you go through will change. But God never changes. If he says, this is what I want for your life, it will happen. You just need to wait it out. And waiting it out can be a really hard thing, but waiting it out is where we get that strengthening of our faith. If you sit there and go, well, I give up, your faith is just going to weaken. Those storms that God brings your way, those aren't to destroy you, they're to develop you.